today, and the shots were falling. They were saying that that gave them a lot of confidence. How important is that confidence going into the final push?
Oh, yeah, we needed some confidence boost, and we got it from a lot of people today. So we should feel better about ourselves. You know, we just have 48 hours, well, really probably closer to 55 hours since the games are so late. But yeah, we need to be more of a confident group going to Boulder, and hopefully today helped with that. I thought we played great the first half. I thought that's as well as we've looked on both ends the first half.
Ball movement wise on offense, what'd you like about what your team did?
Well, the first half. Now, granted, when teams pressure, it spreads the defense, so it's easier to look like you have better ball and body movement. But I thought first half that ball hummed. When we didn't score, we either missed a good look or we turned it over. We had too many turnovers there the first half, obviously. But I thought the ball really moved. I thought we shared it. I thought we played unselfish. And to your point, you know, shooters shot and they made shots. And that was a big key. Diggy really was probably the most important player of the first half because the score was 12-12 when he came in, I think, and he made those 3 shots to give us a little bit of separation.
Yeah, to build off that, is that what you're looking for from Diggy when it
Yeah,
comes
I
off
want
the
him.
bench?
Well, I hope he never misses. But no, looking for instant offense. That's what he is, you know. And he hasn't shot it consistently well, you know. But he's capable of doing what he did today, and he that really helped us a bunch.
You said OSU's got the right guy in Steve Lutz. I was just curious what you know about him or what stands out about him as far as you saying that about him.
Well, I've known of Steve for a long time. You know, in our business, you know, it's kind of like a fraternity, and even though you don't maybe know someone personally real well, you know of them through people that you work with or people that you know well, and he's always been very well thought of, and he's done an unbelievable job. You know, the last 2 places he's been, you know, those aren't the easiest places to go to the NCAA tournament, and he's been able to do that. So I think they got the right guy, and I think that'll play out to be true. You know, they weren't as good today. We were pretty good, and they weren't their best today. But you know, they play fast. They play a style that you can definitely recruit to, and I know he really works at it. So I think he'll do very well there.
Bill Ryland had 6 assists today. He said a minute ago that it just kind of happened. I wonder how much of that was today just playing and not thinking too much.
I think a lot of it with a lot of guys was playing. Mm-hmm. You know, Ryland to me, you know, it's impossible to actually get inside someone's head and see what's actually going on, but when he is hesitant, you can almost see the wheels turning on thinking too much. But today he didn't at all. I thought he was reactionary, and he made a couple of great passes. And he made extra looks when normally maybe that would be a shot that he'd try to hustle to get off. He was a very willing passer today and got extra looks, got us extra looks. He got teammates extra looks by making the extra pass. So I thought Ryland played really well. I thought the whole that starting group plus Diggy, and you know, Flory had some moments where he wasn't, but you know, still at the end of the day, he gets 16 rebounds. I mean, I thought that there were some guys, Flory and Diggy, primarily in the starting 5. I thought they all played pretty well.
One of those extra passes from Ryland was the one to Zeke on the wing, and then he zips it to Hunter. You had a huge reaction. The guys were just.
Well, that's how you're supposed to play. You know, open man, take the open shot. And to be honest, when we have played well this year, that's how we play. And we should look to drive the ball more, but drive it off of closeouts and ball movements rather than just trying to go one-on-one. And today, especially that first half, we did a really good job of that. Now, the way that OSU plays and pressures, it makes it easier to do a good job at that. But because they space you, which forces you to make plays, but we were really good at that.
Bill, there were a lot of hustle plays today, like KJ's going to the underage timeout there in the first half. It's just how much of that was a point of emphasis doing that more going to this game?
It's the point of emphasis every day. It's not like, well, this is what we decided to emphasize, you know, the last 2 days. It's what we talk about all the time. You can say what you want, you know, and guys played well and all that stuff, but one dominated the first half, and KJ's energy sparked all of us. I mean, I don't know the last time I can remember a guy getting 6 steals and a half, and also being pretty good, except for a wide right shot to start the game. You know, he was. I thought Juan was really on point today, and I thought KJ was great. And then it's contagious, and then Hunter plays and runs through a pass and does some stuff, and it becomes fun, and everybody's enthusiastic, which is what I think Juan and KJ keep that more than anybody.
You just mentioned it, but those steals from Juan late in the first half, how important was it to pick up the pace, and how important were those steals in getting you guys out on that run?
Well, deflections and steals, you know, block shots lead to fast break, broken floor opportunities, and we had a lot of those in the first half. So yeah, that was very important. Pick up the pace. We didn't do anything different than is our game plan every single game. We just did it with a little bit more high intensity today, and it looked to me like we were a much faster team. You guys agree with me on that? And we didn't actually pick up any speed we didn't get faster since Tuesday. But I think our energy level was so much better. We just looked so much quicker.
Coach Lutz was really complimentary about your guys' fan atmosphere today. You know, ever since he's been hired, he's talked about wanting to bring that rowdiness back to Gallagher-Iba Arena. You know, you coached in that rowdiness, you played in that rowdiness. I know you probably don't want another tough road game on your schedule if that gets back that way in Stillwater, but what would it be like to see GIA like that again?
Well, when I played, I'd like to say that it was raucous, but I played a lot, which means we probably didn't win as much as what really raucous teams would get from an environment standpoint. But there were times I do believe this that Gallagher-Iba was probably, you can make a case, the best home court in the country at that particular moment. When Coach Sutton was there, it was unbelievable. Before they added the third floor or the upper deck, it was a big deal to be able to go to a game. I mean, a hard ticket. When they added the upper deck, they lost some of that. But when Coach was there, when they had McFarland and the twins and Lucas and Bobbitt and all those cats, Tony Allen, that's as hard a place as it was in America to play. And we took our team down there my first year, and they welcomed me home with like a 20-4 start to the game, and we had no chance. It was good. So what will it take to get it back? You know, it's a different world now. It's going to take a commitment from a group of people that are willing to play the game the way the game is played today. And that's obviously, NIL's a big deal. And you also got to get lucky even with NIL. You still got to get lucky. But yeah, I mean, it's very possible. But the good thing about today's game with NIL, it doesn't have to be a long-term rebuild. It can happen faster than what it used to. And I anticipate them getting guys that put them in a position to be playing in front of those type of crowds pretty soon.
Bill, you mentioned yesterday how today kind of presented opportunity for a new start. What did you think the biggest difference was in today's play compared to the stretch in Utah?
Well, I thought that we were a very focused, very energetic, a very together team today. Whereas in Utah, I thought our intentions were good, but we were more or less on islands as opposed to together. So, you know, good thoughts, good intentions, but there wasn't the same 1-2 collectively. And I think that was obviously probably the biggest difference.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if you know this, but is there any reason why you guys didn't wear the Fear of God jerseys you were supposed to wear today?
I've had a lot of shit going on the last 2 weeks. I did not know about uniforms and what we're wearing or anything like that. So I really am not familiar with that. So I'm sorry.
When you see you talked a little about it, when you see 14 threes made, can that be a regular occurrence in your fluid offense?
Probably not. Doesn't mean I wouldn't want to, but the situation had to, in order to make 14 threes, you probably need to shoot 30, 35. And if the situation calls for that, then great. But there were a lot of broken floor situations today because of the way OSU guarded to pressure, and then if you get behind the pressure, then you play to a help situation, and then you can throw the ball to a guy because if you forced help, where a lot of times teams don't play that same way. So I thought OSU actually played us smart. They forced us to do some things that we haven't been doing well, and today we did them well. Is it realistic? I don't know that it's realistic, but it is realistic that if we play confidently and we can get out and transition a little bit more and things like that, that there's no reason why we couldn't be a team to try to come close to making double-figure threes a game.
The Colorado game here was pretty competitive. What do you expect Monday?
I'm more competitive. They won 2 of their last 3. They beat Baylor today, a team that obviously we held to 60 and a half. So I think they're probably as confident and they'll be as fired up as ever. I'm sure the game's sold out and it'll be a great crowd and everything. It used to be when we went out there, it was half or 2/3 of the crowd was KU, and now they don't do their tickets that way anymore. I think you have to buy season tickets to gotta buy a package to be, so our fans would have to buy a package of 4 to be able to go to the game, and not too many people are gonna do that. So it'll be a pro Colorado crowd, and we'll have to certainly build off of what we did today and go out there and be a confident, connected group.
Diggy said you guys came in, you and the coaches are here. He said you guys came in with a different energy today, and that it paid off. I was just wondering if you guys did anything different and how you thought it worked out.
I don't know that the energy was a lot different by the coaches today. I think the energy has been different by the coaches since we've been back from Utah. I don't know if it was just different today. So hopefully it's contagious. But guys, let's just call it like it is. When the ball goes in the hole, everybody's happy and everything looks good. But I do think there was a lot of things that happened today that created opportunities that we haven't been getting because we've been playing flat-footed, and today we didn't.
Bill, you said you needed to feel better about yourselves. Do you have a group that you think, with this result, the way you played, the way it felt, all the good things that happened today, can they just hold on to that and forget about what's happened before it?
We're 1-0.
Yeah.
That's what we are, and that's what we're talking about. And everybody's stat sheet and what they're averaging this year is exactly what happened today. And we're not even going to talk about the other stuff right now. We're 1-0. And now, can they do that? I don't know why they couldn't, because it actually gives them new life too.
All right, thanks, Coach.